We are back. Hey guys. Once again, playing a little before midnight like I normally would, but I found myself some free time, so I decided, well, let's go ahead and do it. I am planning on being back tonight at midnight to do my normal 2 hours. So, hopefully I'll see you then. Let's see here. Left off with a little bit minus in health there. Let's find some food to eat. Oop, not that one. Back. Any of these food items. Let's see here. We got nourishment. And there goes. Alright, so we just dropped off the guy who had the broken Mr. Stud that was putting him in a bit of pain, to say the least. Anyway, so I dropped him off here at Dock Riders. We'll come back to this guy later for something else. It's not really accessible right now because of that quest. Now we do have another option, because this is, if you remember, when we got into the area, this popped up earlier. This is a crime area with I guess we call it a little mini boss or something if you want, but a native character that's going to have some plans for a buzzsaw, which is a iconic submachine gun. My strength wasn't quite high enough to go that way, but otherwise you can force those doors open. We also got some other options that while we're up in the area here. There's that's the cyber cycle. That's right, I said I was going to do that. Let's go do the cyber cycle. Well, let's select them first so I know where to go. Oh yeah, so that's the other thing I need to show you guys. Okay. Alright, doesn't show it on the map. You see the golden NCBD over there? That's actually, I don't usually do a whole lot of, but what it is actually is it's usually somebody else in need of help from the police, like the police being bad guys or something in that case. This one's kind of weird because there's no other guys around to help. You go up to it.
Eat it.
Pretty sure you're supposed to be watching porn or something in there.
I'm not going to repeat myself.
Of course, you don't see anything in there. Yeah, you might have to repeat yourself, everybody. Please, introduction. An illegal activity such as theft, attacking stuff result in SPD. So he didn't like me getting up there, and so they went ahead and put a bounty out on me. My bad. Woo. We're not gonna start right now. Anyway, because there's no profit messing with them right now. Now, really, all you gotta do is run away from them, and they lose interest pretty quickly. There. I'll turn that off for now. Alright. So here's the first cyber cycle area. Now you notice I still got the warrant active here, so they may show up here in a second, which may be out there. See, yeah, it's fucking blink. It's gonna go away here in a sec. Boom, gone. Okay, so you walk in there, you start to usually just like carnage and mayhem everywhere. There's bodies. You can use your scanner to kind of take a look at them, gives you a little information, quantity of blood, gets the wounds, traces of alcohol present. Somebody been drinking. I've also got some blood trail going off in that direction. Got an explosive boiler there. Those are shards on her. I'll help give you a bit more information. This guy, unfortunately, his trauma team membership has expired. Bad timing. Bad timing. Now, the cyber cycle here is actually going to be behind that dumpster there, but he's going to sit there until I walk around the corner. You try as you might, you won't be able to sneak up on him. Even though he's facing away, you can't sneak up on him. At least not in my experience. So, got some options here. There's so we got the Dynamite, which is nice. It's a full automatic pistol. You can always just aim at the knees and start just blowing away and see if you can take his knees out. He'll also move slower, which makes it again a little easier. Or you can just go. Well, I could do that, but I need to stop before I actually kill him. Or you just go punch him. Mr. Punch Punch. So we're gonna stick with pistols for now. I don't know. We'll see how the battle goes. I'm gonna try to detonate this boiler when I drag him back around. We'll see if that works. He'd be right there. Let's see if he goes here. Kind of blast him in distance. Alright, we'll shoot this for now. We haven't really talked about this, but you'll see that stamina starts to go away when you start swinging with the heli. See if I can actually. I don't have the perk since I haven't started on the working on kind of blade stuff. But there is a bleeding perk you use with blades that just applies bleeding once you start attacking with blades. Bleeding is also a non-lethal way to take somebody down. So if you just kind of hit them with that. Oh. I would say be careful with punching though, especially when you start getting low. If you hold it down and go for a strong punch, you could actually kill them. They'll do a little finishing move. You'll see where he kind of reaches back and just socks the guy. And anyway, it counts as a kill, which you don't really want to do because we're trying to take these cyber cycles down without killing them. Make Regina happy. I got a progression shard. Okay. Alright. Now, in order to actually finish this, you can see it says search the area, collect information. That shard you may have noticed earlier, the gold shard there, you get that. And let's see what this one's got. Anything? No. It's right there. You gotta make sure you read it. If you don't read it, it won't count. Now, if you forget to read it, all you gotta do, go down here, go to the journal thing, shards, and there is a tab for Cyber Psycho, and that's where it'll be at. And usually, if you haven't read it, it's gonna indicate it. It'll be like a little, like, was it an exclamation mark or something by it. I noticed that it says send information to Regina. A lot of bodies over here. I don't think there's really much you can clean off. It all just says the same thing. So hold down the button. Now, when it comes to Cyber Cycles, it doesn't always actually indicate that you have a message for Regina, so you may have to manually go and find her. Not now. It's not too bad because we don't have a ton of people, but you'll generate contacts as the game goes on, and it gets to be a little bit more of a irritant. Have to go look for her a little bit. So, okay, go through it. Make sure it says. Yeah, as requested, I didn't flatline. So you want to make sure that happens. If it doesn't, I'd recommend probably restarting it and trying to do it. And if you want to, you can. It's always an option. It gives you a little bit more information on it, just like she did with the previous one. Well, that does it. And get paid. And street cred. Okay, let's make use of that. I think we're working on my handguns at the time being. Let's go with that. Straight up extra damage. Okay. This one's kind of interesting. We'll go do that one real quick. The one's called the Metal Monk, I want to say. So, okay, you'll notice that there's kind of like the dock area for Night City. It's, you know, a lot of the shipping comes in this way, so you have, that's the kind of setting you have, are docks and the waterfront. which is what we're going to down here. It's actually a waterfront. We won't worry about those police activity going on right now. We'll come back to that. I don't know why they got those little barriers there. You can fly right through them if you want to. And right now, as while Kabuki is shut off, if you try to go to any of the exits, you'll see they're all pretty much making it inaccessible for you to go that way. But they got airsoft guarding all points with guards and mechs. I say that because one of those is over there. Okay.
This arm, it is not mine. None of this meat, cold, dead metal, all of it.
What happened?
What have I done
Your
to this?
implants, they look half done.
Done or not done? It is of no importance. A bhikkhu does not defile his body through cyber modification. It is against the Platimoksha. And yet, they knew about this. For me, there is no return.
Hold on. Somebody forced you.
Not just me, my brother too. They drugged us, desecrated my body. And all the while, they mocked me. How can you do this to a fellow human being and still mock them?
Makes no sense. Who'd go and do something like this? And why?
We were out begging for alms when they approached us. They laughed at us and asked if we would take implants as a donation. They looked more machine than human. They told us they would improve us like tools.
Maelstrom. How about your brother? He's still with him?
Yes, I was first. Then they were trying to decide how to modify him. You look like someone who can reason with these people. I beg you, please, help my brother. I only hope it is not too late. I do not wish for him to end up like I have.
Okay, so there's a couple ways you can go here. If you talk about killing him, he's going to ask that you don't because they're, non-violent people. This is always an option. You can always say, nah, I don't feel like doing it. I've never actually said no. I'm assuming you can come back, but I don't actually know that for sure. You can actually ask what's in for me. It's if you see it's a cool check. We'll go ahead. When it's blue, it's not going to progress the dialogue typically.
What's in it for me? I don't work for free, you know.
That's what you
I
did.
cannot offer anything more than my gratitude. Just this once. Please, make an exception. The universe shall compensate you.
Fine. I'll help. But just so you know, things might get ugly. Maelstrom doesn't mess around.
There must be some other way. Help us, please, but without any bloodshed. I beg you.
I'll see what I can do. Either way, your brother's getting out.
I do not know how to thank you. They're keeping him in a shop just north of here. You shall find it next to the road along the docks.
Okay, so there's some stuff if you're interested in reading about Buddhism. Somewhere. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Here's just a little more background information about the world if you're interested in reading it. When I first played this game, I started to read them, and after a while I realized there's so many shards, like this is going to take a lot of time, and I kind of stopped. I do like the story. I say all that, but I do like the story. And I'm always interested in learning more about the backstory of the world. It's right over here in the corner. Right there. So basically, there's this little area. It's partially this kind of warehouse building and partially kind of bounded in by these connexes. There's a guy right there. He's the first one we're going to come across. I recommend saving at this point, just because again, like as if they request you to do it a certain way, I'd recommend doing it that way. You'll usually get bonuses. In this case, maybe it's just making the Buddhists happy. I don't know, but whatever. Go up there. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
Chums, listen. What if instead of an arm, we chipped him with iron? Every time he'd have to take a piss, he'd... And then he'll start a next-gen Buddhist fellowship of... Get this! Full metal monks!
Alright, now if you remember, we went ahead and we did that guy. Basically allows us to jump on him and take him down. It takes a bit of aiming. Sometimes we'll see if we can do it without messing it up. There we go. Anyway, it is a non-lethal hit count, so
this is where they're keeping our fellow brother.
I always like checking out computers. This one just has porn advertisement. Anyway, so this one's actually fairly straightforward. A little bit of patience, you can do it pretty easy. There's some cameras. One up there. Oh, come on. There we go. 1C, BD, BD. And so I go to control. So we got that guy there. Boom. There's one right here. Boom. In there. There's one there. There's another one that's going to come around the corner here. Unless I go, there he is. So it's just those. I guess that's 4. Yeah, 4 or 5 plus the one. That's the one I took down already. Okay, go there. And we'll try to turn off so we don't get noticed. There's a little gap here so you can kind of see it for half a sec. Just kind of keep moving. Remember, we're going to do non-lethal, so Y with the controller. And we'll go get the other guy. He's over here messing with that stuff. And done, got that. There is a pretty nice submachine gun here, an iconic one, which I'm not. Yeah, I guess I could always change it if I want to, but right now I'm not planning on doing assault. Yeah, another scam. Anyway. Oh, we got Defender. There's also some cash lying around. This is a Maelstrom band. And boom. Here is the first iconic that we're going to come across called Finrear. And it is a submachine gun that does thermal damage. It's not too bad, too. I like it. It's a good gun. I'll actually, if I'm doing an assault rifle or submachine gun build, I usually will use this one actually for quite a while. One of the downsides of it is when you pick an iconic up at such a low level, you have to end up upgrading it a lot, which means it ends up taking a lot of materials and components. You can kind of avoid that by not upgrading it super quickly. I mean, you can level it up, but actually upgrading it from the different levels up to a legendary, when you upgrade it, it resets that component cost. So you can kind of save it that way if you're worried about it, but if you're just rolling the cash, just keep buying it and just keep upgrading. However you want to do it. The only thing I think really gets you when you upgrade it, the quality of it, is you get a additional mod slots, which are good, but they're not also terribly important in my opinion. Okay, some more. There. Okay, so there I got. So there is. Pretty sure that one's actually off to begin with, which is handy because there are cameras that are on. Sometimes you come to a doorway, of course, they can spot you immediately, so they're kind of a little one that will trip you up. That one, for whatever reason, is off. There's one around the corner here that is not. It is on. I'll wait for this guy to turn around and walk off. There he goes. Okay, we're gonna follow him over here. spot real quick, because there's one right. Whoa. Okay. Corner. Remember that guy there, and try him. Take him. That's all. Now that's the way, pretty much that way I showed you how I did this. Is pretty much how I always do this one. There are other options that require a bit more in the way of skills set. Oh, get overburdened again. Back. Let's see. Yeah, break some. Yeah. Oh, not that one. Don't break down your iconics. Now, if you notice, some of these guys, they already got mods attached to them. In the technical stuff, we're not high enough for it yet, but there is a perk that when you break it down, it'll actually salvage the mods, which is nice. That's the only time I may actually salvage on the higher levels, is because when I see it's got some good mods on it, I'll try to take those off. And if you notice, we also got, I got some attachments now, so I can actually upgrade that on this guy. So there's a couple different kinds. You notice the different ADS times and ranges. So that's probably the highest. Same ADS time. 1.59, 1.4. That's more of an open holographic. I'm going to put that on there. Oh, you can go to the crafting skill for that one. No, that's actually probably from bringing stuff down. Yeah. So there's the sight that I just put on there. Mounts it forward of the ejection chamber. But it does help you target. So when you go to aim, it will help snap too. If you have, I think there's actually a setting for that. As I mentioned, there's this guy here. So you could actually come in a different way if your technical ability was high enough. Mine's not quite yet. And I've actually never hit whenever I come here. Never progressed far enough. I think you do this pretty quickly in the game. Alright, now we got that all done.
Incantations against my police. Please, I do not want them.
Calm down. It's over now. I'm not with them.
So, what are you doing here? What happened?
Glad I got here in time. Are you okay? Did they do anything to you?
I was lucky. They could not decide which implant would be funnier.
Cyber psychos. The lot of them.
One of them wanted to remove my jaw. The thought itself gave me shivers. Thankfully, did not get the chance. To what do I owe this intervention of yours?
Was walking by, caught some lame jokes about metal monks. Thing about Maelstrom. They're never just joking. Nah. The truth, your brother sent me. He didn't want the same thing to happen to you.
From the bottom of my soul, thank you. I'm especially grateful nobody was killed. May you continue on the path of peace. What compels these monsters is of no consequence. It's not up to us to judge what they deserve.
Yeah, sure. How'd you even get taken by Maelstrom? Most people avoid him like the plague.
We are here as strangers. We wander from place to place. When we arrived in Night City, we had no time to identify its dangers.
Don't monks live in monasteries?
It used to be they did not. My brother and I belong to a group that follows the earliest Buddhist teachings. It is an interesting life. We have met many unusual people.
Yeah, so I see.
There's no need for sarcasm. We know the world is dangerous. But if one takes no risks, one will never know what lies beyond the front door. I'm sure you understand.
Your brother's waiting for you. Not far from here.
First, I must catch my breath, and then I shall go. It is him who shall need saving now.
Done. Yeah. So they don't really pay you money, you just get street cred on that one. Street cred looks it's still useful, still worth it. Yeah, look at that. Still says it's got something, but it does not. It's already looted him earlier. Anyway. Oh, Fleming Crotch Man.
Hey! It's me! The guy who You know.
The guy with the smoking crotch?
That's one way to put it. Anyway, just calling to say I transferred the funds.
Well, they managed to save your, you know.
Yeah, much as they could. At least the pain is gone. Anyway, once it heals, I'll get a better model. Something top shelf.
Don't walk.
Find out where we're going here first. Okay, go over there, Cyberpunk. We'll go do that one. I'll mess with Maelstrom a bit more.
Just, check the warranty next time.
Will do.
Take care, man.
Okay, so we're going over to this other gig. On the way, there is a crime area. We'll stop and do that one real quick. Waterfront. It's right here at the bend. See how it goes back there? That's actually going to be crime areas. Actually, there's another one over there I want to say. So let's go do this real quick. That guy.
Thanks. Still got it.
Yeah, there's a guy right there. Let's see if we can activate the car there. Distract him.
I think someone's there.
Get him. There we go. Okay. So he's wearing a military armor. Okay. Now there's two guys, actually two guys over here. One guy's sitting down. He's partially injured. But look at that. We got some explosives nearby. We may have to do that. Let's see. I got that. Oh, there's a distraction as well. Do that. You'd be like, oh, hey, what's that?
I'm too old for this shit.
Oh no.
Pretty good. Hi.
Must be dying. Fuck.
In the face. And that's that. Oh, there's an access code. If I need that. Let's see what we got here. Not no Lexington. Patent. Oh, it's encrypted. Okay. I don't remember that being a thing I can do. Let me check this real quick. So, remember the encrypted stuff is all going to be at the bottom of this. No. Okay, I guess maybe it's not a decryption thing. Or maybe I already had it when I had access to it, but I'm not really clear on that. But either way, if I did get something, it's there. It's good payouts here. There we go. It's annoying. Yeah, we'll go do this one real quick, because why not? I said I don't normally mess with these, especially if I'm not really worrying about net running. There are some perks there that'll help you get more stuff out of access points if you do the net runner skill set. Okay, we got 1C, E9, BD, 1C. So we can do that one pretty easily. Let's see, 1C. Alright, so 1C, E9, BD, 1C. We want another E9, BD. Yeah, so we can get actually two of those. So 1C, E9, BD, 1C. Boom. Works. So you can see you can compound it. You can get a bit more that way. Both on components and in cash. Actually, I'm looking pretty nice in cash. 29,000. So I got more than enough to pay off Vic. We'll go do this gig. And well, there's gonna be like another NCPD thing over here. Then we'll do the gig. Yeah, there it is. Now, this is gonna be a different kind of NCPD thing because what it does actually is it opens up a kind of a stash. So it shows you how to go get some stuff. Let's see if I can sneak over here. Get this guy. That's actually what the stash is at. That's why he's trying to pry at it. We don't have access just yet. We'll get it here in a second once we take out these guys. Oh, he's gone over there. So hopping down stuff does actually make noise, and there's again perks that will help you not make noise. Should that be what you want to do? I'll go ahead and take this guy up first. He's the bigger one. And that one. Boom. I'll give you some information. I'll do this to you by. And that tells you about the courier, stash, some stuff. Alright, now we go back over here. It actually marks it. Should. Right? Yeah, see? So the greenish ones are the thing. Go here, open it, and boom, there's some stuff in here. Pan, which is actually a suppressor. I want to say. Let's check in a second. Some upgrades, some Yorino Samurai on the knee pad racers. Those are actually pretty good. I may not be high enough to wear them yet. Do these a little earlier on. Alright, let's go with those real quick. Oh, let's do this. Let's go with tag. There's anything out there. Yeah, it's not a bad one. But again, I don't know. I just don't worry about those quite as much. Let's go back to the guns. I'll max that out. So we got max 10% plus on pistols and revolvers. I do like revolvers. I actually usually end up going to revolvers later on. Usually higher hit, per shot. Lower DPS. They shoot slower typically, but you get a higher individual shot, which if you suppress them or use one that is suppressible, then it makes for a better quiet takedown. Oh, I actually have an extra perk there. Yeah, along those lines, we'll go with the headshot. I'll increase that. Oh yeah, and let's see. I'm not sure the pants are available where yet. Oh, they are. I'm high enough. Cool. All right. Oh, and I got those. So I like these secondhand Maelstrom pants, the attack pants. I usually end up using that as part of my permanent outfit for the game. We'll worry about that later. I'm not gonna break those down yet. Got some other stuff to check these. Oh, got some better shoes. I'm neglecting on my stuff up to speed here. Okay, that's gonna be the highest one I can wear. It's available right now. These aren't quite available to wear yet. And oh. Yeah, there we go. My glasses, I got those options. I can wear the mask. Yeah, I'm wearing the outfit, so it's not being reflected there when I put these bad boys on. That's from Sack Hat. Whatever. Okay, I got some better stuff here. Yeah, those trench coats just look like ass, but whatever. Oh, I didn't. I like this select just so it doesn't show that new on it anymore. Okay, there's that guy. Oh, or I'm going to just wear the military airman running suit. Oh, there's that. Alright, so that's going to be the better one. That's what I'm saying with the outfits. You can get it to look like you like it, but then you can still put on whatever has the best stats at the time. This is actually common with an actual slot. But, so I can't put that on there because it doesn't actually match the quality of it. That's the other thing. So if you got a blue quality mod, it's got to go on at least a blue quality item. You can't put it on under. Although I think sometimes you'll actually find common items with better mods on them. So, do as I say, not as I do kind of deal. Alright, got that there. Alright, let's go take this guy and may have to save big for later. Running out of time again already. Okay, I'm like Sunday drivers. Okay, so you'll see these roadblocks a lot too. It's a maelstrom. Boom. Punch through them. Just kind of a headache, really. Alright, so here's the other one. We gotta sneak in there and steal some data.
Hey, V. How's things? Still alive? Hope so, because I got a new gig for you. You got a clever recording of a maelstrom initiation. Want to know more? Check what I attached.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so let's do this real quick on the crafting. Upgrades. I should be able to upgrade that one. Upgrading should get you a little better DPS and stats on. I'm a little behind on that upgrade. Okay, now it's fully upgraded to as high as it can be at my current level. Go back. Since we did pick up a suppressor, boom, put that on there. So one thing you'll notice with this Dying Knight, it actually gives you 225% headshot damage multiplier, which is nice. Actually, hold on, let me check something real quick. Take that, let's take it off real quick. Yeah, 225. And then I get a bit more with the perk that I gave myself. So that's good. It's a little weird since it's a automatic handgun. I gotta sneak. So there's this maelstrom place. That's actually NCPD there, investigating crime. There's a camera right there. Oh, that'll be the breach. There's going to be a few cameras I want to get in here. E9, 1C, that's easy. Alright. Turn it off. Pop there. There's a guy there. There's also a guy right over here. Oh, and a camera. Get that. Stash his body. There we go. Grab stuff. Got cheek on quad. Brown. Stuff there. So, kind of hard to see. I'm going to open this, but there's a camera right there. So, get that bad boy right there. Turn it on. Oh, 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 oh. Kind of keep the wall between us. And there's some guys over there, and that camera right there. Happy passive for the seasons. Swing wide. And got that one. Okay, here. Oh, there. Yeah, I already did that. Okay. You notice, so this sometimes it's something that's easy to miss. So you see that door there, you go over and like, oh no, I'm not strong enough to open it. But there's sometimes an option if you just bring up your optics like that, open remote deactivation, easy, and it's open. So sometimes hacking is an ability, is an option when it comes to that. Okay, there should be one over here, but there is, if you're not careful, a camera right there. Oh, it sees me. Turn off. Get out of the way real quick. Go over here. Again, being the gentleman that I am, she just goes nighty-night. Grab her stuff. So the backstory of this location actually is that it's a oh, there's a camera there. Oh. This is the place Maelstrom goes. There takes their new initiates to get all chromed up, get all their cyberware. Sometimes it doesn't work out, so there's some dead ones down there. I guess they probably don't advertise that part of it. Steal the data. And easy peasy. Like I said, this is one. Sometimes I'll go through and I'll just go ahead and take them all out, just for the cred. Let's get out of there. Because there's 2 guys in there. There's another one that's actually in the there's a locker room right there, and then there's another room further down. That guy has another one in it, but they're all kind of higher than me, and I gotta mention I'm kind of short on time, so we're just gonna do that. Go out the window. Easy.
Got the data. Thanks, V. Gig closed.
Now, again, I usually recommend that you always drive everywhere, but time is short, so instead of doing that, I'm actually going to use the fast travel. Since we just discovered this one, I need to get to Vix to go ahead and pay him off. Tutorial on it. Vix is right over here. This is actually really close. This is Bradbury and Burn. Kind of way. That's actually surprisingly does not upset people running around with weapons out. Surprisingly. But hey, Night City, right? There's a speeding that right now. Tends to won't hang around here. Let's see. Is he still? Nope. Okay. So good old Gary there. He's actually asleep right now. What time is it? Oh, it's 4:40 a.m. So yeah, this is kind of right. So he's asleep. Everybody else is still out and about, but Gary's going to take a nap. Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, really, if we want to do him, there's a better time to do his quest later on his mission. And that's after we get the Queen of the Highway, I think it's called, done with Pan Am. Then we don't have to kill people, which honestly is usually better. We kill so many people.
Jackie gave you these cards, right?
And you're laying on.
I remember when he asked me to help him pick the right deck.
Mm-hmm. He picked just the thing for me, too. I feel a real connection to this deck. We could lay out a spread for you now, if you like.
Don't hit on me now. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why the hell not?
Focus on the recent past and what you expect the world reversed. You stand at the beginning of your journey. It will be nothing like you think, and longer than you imagine. The Lovers reversed. You are surrounded by a force that will challenge you. You will also come into conflict with another inner force. The Star, also reversed. You will have to overcome unknown desires and sever a strong tie with something I can't quite make out. Reverse death. Your adversaries will turn you against yourself. The journey will bring either transformation or destruction.
Doesn't sound so good.
No, not at all. But don't worry, I probably just read the cards wrong.
Yeah. Alright, so if you ever want a heavy dose of foreshadowing, you always go talk to Misty. Anyway, I don't really care about business right now. Let's go talk to Vic. You also get some mods while we're at it. So apparently, with the new Phantom Liberty download that's coming out for this, they're going to redo the game quite a bit, apparently. If you guys have watched the Edge Runner series and you're much more aware with cyberpsychosis, same with, well, I mean, there's cyberpsychosis in the game as well. But I guess it's going to become an issue. Like, you won't be able, like, right now you can just load up a mod. So you can put whatever you want on there. There's really no negative effect. But apparently it's going to become a limiting factor, I guess, after the downloadable content comes out. We'll see how that works out. Hey, Vic.
Finally
Here's your money.
scrounged up enough eddies to pay you back in full.
Hold on to them just in case. You need them more than me.
Still got 13,000.
Not taking them all the way to my grave, Vic. Here. And thanks again for doing so much work on me without ever seeing an any.
That's what friends are for.
Alright, so now that we paid them off, we actually have access to these other services and products. Let's see here. So you can change your appearance, which you can do that at your mirror as well, and in your apartment or anywhere.
Was thinking about swapping some chrome. You got any new toys?
Have a look.
What we got? All right, so that's the eye. Now it comes to the eye. This is actually the highest one you can get. There's nothing above the epic when it comes to the Kuroshi optics. Those are the only options. They don't give you a ton of options with that one. Gives you more mod slots, so we'll go ahead and get that. That's always useful. Now that once you've used it, this is a low one, you should just go ahead and sell it. It doesn't get you much, but you should sell them. 60. Alright, and then we got some other options to look at here. I don't meet any of the requirements for those. Do meet the requirements for these. Let's see. Breach time. I don't really need that. I'm not worried about those. Stay when you defeat an enemy. Yeah. So, those are good, but I don't feel like paying the money for those right now. It's not a huge bump. Nothing on the immune system. He's got something there. It's Korenzikov, which is kind of a nice one. If you're going to slide, you can do a power slide and keep your gun out, slows time, it gives you time to aim. Again, I don't think it's really worth the money right now to use the common ones. You'll come across them soon enough. So subdermal armor, those are always useful. There's a better place to buy it, so I'm not going to worry about buying it from here because he only has the one, and I'm pretty sure I can afford the next one as well. So I'm just wasting money on that. That's just for carrying capacity. Again, it's not really an issue. I don't think in this game you can always break stuff down. Ballistic code processor. So the other options you can get eventually is a smart link for smart weapons. Helps with the targeting systems on it. I don't usually use them, so I just stay with the ballistic code processor. Don't worry about those. Arms. So this is where you're going to get you either your gorilla arms, your Mantis blades, which we'll end up doing later, or a monowire, or a launcher. I don't really play with the projectile launcher much. It does combine with that smart link. So if you kind of have that smart link, you can actually help kind of guide your projectiles in, which is always nice. Monowire, another one I don't make a whole lot of use of. If you've watched, again, the Edge Runner series, Lucy has monowire. She likes to use that a lot. But I like the Mantis blades, but by far, I think the gorilla arms are going to be your most useful ones, since we use weapons most of the time. So if you go through it, you read it, it also mentions at the very bottom of that description, gives you a bonus 2 to your body attribute checks. That comes in particularly handy when you're doing you're trying to open doors that need to be forced open. Not high enough for that. Legs. I like using these fortified ankles. Power jump. I've seen other people that prefer to use these ones, which kind of give you a double jump. You can jump there and jump again, but I like the fortified ankles the best. There's a higher level of this, but it actually does different stuff. So I usually just stay with the fortified ankles the entire time. This particular one. Don't have the money for that one. And then, of course, the operating system, and we don't qualify for any of those. So that's where we stop. Oh, forgot one thing. Trade. So you can actually get these things. These are all going to be the different mods for the eyes. What do I have right now? Hold on. Okay, I don't have any available mods on the eyeballs right now. Oh, I could buy those. Let's see. I'm not sure anything will be worth it. Yeah, $9.90. Yeah, I'm not going to spend the money on that stuff right now. You'll come across a ton of these on your own. Not terribly important right now. So we're not going to worry about that. As the money eventually becomes almost no object in this game because you get so much of it. But earlier on, it is a bit more limiting, especially if there's some stuff you want to buy. Like I want to buy those arms. Those arms also quite a bit with melee. So when we're doing the beat on the brat missions, when we're going and fighting for money, really helps a lot. Even if you're not really body spec, you're going to want them for that. You can always switch them out later too. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just use them for the beat on the brat stuff. Or I'll just save those missions up until I'm able to go do them all at once. Go and do them all, and then pop the arms off for Mantis blades or whatever else it is I wanted to do, and call it good. Alright, I gotta run, guys. So we'll call this a day. I'll stop here. We'll pick up tonight, will be the plan. Unless I get called into work again, which is always possible. So we'll see. Alright, guys. It's been fun. It's been real. Enjoy. Tell your friends. And I'll see you later.